Triangle congruence. After watching this video, I will be able to name and use corresponding parts of congruent polygons. So whenever we have two polygons or shapes that are congruent, that can only happen if all the corresponding parts are congruent. So for example, in the two triangles to the right, we have corresponding angles, which means we have angle B, which is congruent with angle at J. Then we have angle A, which is congruent with angle H. Then we have angle C is congruent with angle K. Not only are all three angles congruent, but all three sides are also congruent. So we have angle AB is congruent to angle HJ. Then we have angle BC is congruent to KJ. And then we have side AC congruent to KH. So all three angles are congruent to all three angles of the other shape, all three sides congruent to all three sides. So because all 6 elements of the triangle are congruent to all 6 elements of the other triangle, then we can say that we have a congruence statement, which basically matches up. So angle A matches up with angle H, so A is first. B matches up with J, so B is the second letter. C matches with K, C is their letter. So this is an appropriate congruent statement. I cannot say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle KJH because the letters would not be matching up. So this would be incorrect. So corresponding congruent parts is not only true for triangles, but for all polygons. So as long as all of the elements, meaning all of the angles and all of the sides, are congruent with another shape, then all corresponding parts of the two polygons would be congruent. So in geometry, congruent triangles are really important, and there is a special phrase that is used when we're trying to prove triangles congruent. So it can only be true if all parts are congruent. So we say corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. And because that's a pretty long phrase, we like to say CPCTC, which just means corresponding parts, congruent triangles have to be congruent. So here we want to complete the congruent statement by naming the corresponding angle or side that is matching up. So I'm going to take my congruent statement and I'm going to match. S is the first letter, so angle S is congruent with the other angle S. Then we have R is congruent to W, so R to W, and then T to V. So now if it's telling me TS is my line segment, which is a line in between the S and T, or the red and green, then it has to match up with the other side that's in between S and V. So TS is congruent to SV, or you could just say TS is congruent to VS because they both imply the same line segment. So here you want to do the same idea, complete the congruent statement by naming the corresponding angle or side. So here we have triangle SUT congruent to triangle ABC. Pause your video, try and solve the problem, and then select the appropriate response. Once all the angles match up, the correct answer would be A. Angle T must be congruent to angle C. So in this example, we want to write a statement that indicates that the triangles in each pair are congruent. So we just want to match up the letters with its corresponding parts. So the first triangle, triangle IHJ, has to be congruent with, and now I'm going to match them up. I was matched up with triangle I. H was matched up with U. And then J was matched up with T. So this would be an appropriate congruent statement. You can select different ways depending on what your first letters was. So look at all the possibilities. So these are just two other possibilities or possible answers depending on what your first triangle is set up. So here you want to write a statement that indicates that the triangles in each pair are congruent. Select the appropriate response below. The correct answer would be A.